Chair recognizes the gentleman from Van Buren, Representative Shipley. For what purpose do you seek the floor?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Am I in order for a point of personal privilege?
You're in order.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Iowa House, I just rise today to just express deep appreciation for each and every single one of you, my fellow human beings, that we can come here in this beautiful building and address the most sensitive issues of life and death together. Certainly, the last year has been challenging and stressful for many different reasons, and these discussions are very difficult. And having this chamber here is the bedrock of our civilized society. I just rise, I guess my point is that I'm very confused and really sad, frankly, in a lot of emotional pain for some of the rhetoric I'm hearing. I'm giving the prayer tomorrow for the chamber, so maybe this is just kind of a little bit of a warm-up for getting my thoughts together, but I want to offer this idea of prayers and fasting. This is something that really is a part of the American tradition that goes back to the American Revolution, that when we have really complicated problems, that we can turn to God, and by abstaining from more earthly material pleasures for even a day, that can help facilitate that connection and draw that guidance from our unconditionally loving Lord, who wants us to be successful and wants us to be happy and healthy. Representative Hunter, no one is denying COVID exists. I've never heard that before. We are seeing a lot of excess deaths in Iowa. Flu season's right around the corner. God only knows what the future holds. There are a lot of medical mysteries surrounding COVID, but there are some things I think we could do in your mind and solutions. One thing that's been explored is the existence of vitamin and mineral deficiencies as it relates to COVID severity. I don't know if anyone's familiar with this research, but I'm happy to forward you a mountain of links, vitamin D in particular. And anyway, I want to invite the chamber. I have a bill on my desk right now to equip the Iowa Department of Public Health to better analyze the needs of Iowans and their vitamin and mineral deficiencies, which I think could be a great first step to alleviating the COVID crisis, and I would hope you would sign on to that bill. Further, as we're learning, and I think this is also one of the benefits of prayers and fasting, when we look at what really contributes to COVID hospitalizations, a lot of our personal health decisions, beyond the decision whether to mask or not, has a lot at play. One thing I have noticed, and is really just obvious in the clinical research, and I talked about this last year on the House floor, as it related to our nutrition systems in our schools, that we do have an obesity crisis in this nation. A lot of people in my family, in our communities, in this state, their physiology is stressed and exacerbated by unnecessary tension that is related to lack of diet, lack of exercise. I heard a member in this chamber say the other day that the only exercise he gets is when he walks back and forth to his car to retrieve his mask. I would posit to Iowans that's not a good example for setting a really healthy example on what we truly could be as a state. So, I don't know what you mean by eradicate COVID. I think this is a virus that's going to exist in the environment for some time. It is going to mutate and be with us. I think the strategy that I would like to employ is to be as healthy as possible in all phases of our lives, and certainly in our communities and with one another in this chamber. So I just hope we can really have a lot of uplifting rhetoric and really collaborate to solve the problems that are facing Iowans. And again, I just extend my brotherly love to each and every single one of you. Thank you.